All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's me, Puddle Cakes, and I'm here to do a little testing today because, as everyone knows, we had a huge battle last week, and our opponents did a great job. But one thing we've been noticing everywhere is that garrisons are ruling the land right now. I think a lot of the point. I think the point of Pakal was to be able to take the damage from Zenobia and YSS. But I think we've been realizing that that's more difficult, easier said than done. So I've been thinking of different ways to defeat it. Now, everyone looks at like these reports from, they look at these reports from Zenobia and YSS and they think it's the healing. It's the healing. It is the stats and damage, in my opinion. Zenobia, I mean, on top of the damage, yes, I don't have her unlocked, but she gets normal attack damage reduction, and she gets normal attack damage bonus, normal attack damage bonus plus pretty much everything. She gets attack bonus again, and she does 10% more damage to rallies, and she gets an additional damage factor. So just think of this long-term damage, 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 damage. I don't think this is active anymore. Oh, I guess it is. I don't know if the stats will show. No. Okay. Now, this doesn't seem like that much, but this does not show. It does not show her skill as a garrison. It does not. It doesn't show any of her stats. So actually, if I scroll all the way back down here, so actually this is if it's garrison, this so these stats don't show up. Well, not that they would anyways, but yeah. This should show up, but this damage rallied at that's not going to show up on your attack. Oh, you know what? I should with the new page, it might actually show up. That's how much data is in this. It just lags right out. Yeah, see, look, the normal attack damage, 15% not there. The all damage, not there. So that pretty much tells me that it doesn't show up. So basically, she's got way more stats than this on attack, and it just doesn't show up. She's got way more stats on this, and it doesn't show up. Either way, one of the scariest things in the video that I posted and Shinji's posted and many other people posted is you look at the white hits being taken by the rallied armies, and it's disgusting. I mean, you're talking 40,000 damage white hits to our subpar, whatever. When we switched it to Pakal Herald, it was still significantly different. Ramses Nebu kind of brought that down a little bit, which was surprising, but it was still kind of a losing battle. So I'm going to show a couple of different setups and this idea that I had to see if I can get something to work. So I am going to show you a basic commander like Lohar, and we are going to just attack. Now, obviously, this isn't going to like show you the end all, but the whole point is this is to show you the actual difference in certain commanders and their debuffs. So as you can see here, Lohar is getting hit for 38, 36 constantly. That's all I care really about is that. And the counterattack damage is only hitting Ramses for 1776. Now, I've pretty much looked at this and tested it out a few times, and it comes down to basically that. Now, if we switch out this commander to Martel, the defense edition brings it down to about 20. I got the time. I'll show you. You'll see that the added defense and stuff like that will make him take a lot less damage, but Ramses' damage stays pretty much the same. So it's down to 2,600, 2,200 a little bit. And then you can see that Ramses is still that 1,700. So, and it went down a little bit once his shield procced, but it's still pretty significant. You know, it's still that 2,300. Okay, so we went from 3,400 to 2,300. Now let's do, and then obviously Ramses still took the same amount of damage. Now we have two commanders that are infantry commanders that I don't think get enough credit because they're old. One of them is Richard, and Richard has a debuff that reduces their damage by 30%. 30%. It is huge. So if we take this and move this up, you'll see that, so the initial damage, 2,800, it's 400 damage more. But once the cast goes off, you'll actually see it went down to almost 700 damage. And you can see Ramses actually takes less damage too. So you're going from a 1,700 damage, or 1,779 down to 1,000. And then you're going from 2,700 down to 2,000 just from the skill cast alone. So you figure you're averaging probably like 2,300, 2,400 damage, which is the same as Martel, but Ramses is now taking less damage. So let's take another interesting commander by the name of Constantine. By the way, this is no equipment. Ramses might have equipment, but it doesn't matter. Just the goal is to show you the white damage taken. Oh crap, I forgot to show the skills, but I'll show them in a second. So Constantine's first skill is actually interesting too because it reduces the attack damage and reduces the damage. So you have him taking the 2,700. For some reason, Ramses is now taking a little bit. Oh, you suck, Lilith. I mean, computer program crap. It's probably going to be closed out. Not that it matters. We lost all the data. Okay. All right, let's go back. Challenge. I'll show you this skill. Okay. So for the next 5 seconds, reduces the target's attack by 40%. 40%. And reduces damage taken by this commander's troops and nearby allied troops 10%. Yeah. Yeah, that's significant. So we'll go here. We'll redo this. Hopefully not crash this time. And you'll see the white hits by Constantine a little high at the start. I mean, about the same as Richard. You see this same, for some reason, Ramses is now taking a little bit more, but so now a cast goes off. It's down to 1974 and 1300. 1974 and 1300. 1880, 1250. That's pretty significant. It says 5 seconds, but it's more like 3 second or turns, but still. You're reducing the damage taken on 2 right now rather than 1. So I was thinking about it. I know this is odd. And no one's ever going to rally with something like this. But what if? What if something like this would work? I mean, don't get me wrong, Pakal is a great idea. And it shields and super tanky and takes less damage. But what if you could make it so it's already taking 400 less damage just from having 2. Ramses is taking a little less at the start. Okay, both casts go off. It's down to 1100 and 900. Even for 2 seconds, those are massive, massive white hit downgrades. Now, obviously, large scale, this is going to be completely different. Completely different. And I'd love to test it out, but I don't know if anyone's going to run a Constantine Richard rally. But you could see the damage is legitimately being cut in half. And, you know, we're going against the million rally. Obviously, it's going to do a lot more damage. So that was just something that I was honestly looking at because everyone focuses on the doing more damage than Zenobia can handle. And then they just look at the healing. But if you ran like a Constantine with like like even like a dagger, a Constantine with a dagger and a Richard and all that stuff. Like I don't even have that good of gear for Constantine, really. I could just put this muddled crap on him every now and then. Put like a Mora's and oh, yeah. Could you imagine just the amount of skill casts that you could get off on that? Or put like a Joan over here, Trajan Joan. But yeah, so look. So with a little bit of equipment, my damage taken is already down. It's already casted 1 turn early. 1,000 damage, 900. And look at that. Cast it again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn 6. So every 6 seconds with a horn, Constantine is casting. 6 seconds. Pretty insane. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the video. Let me know what you guys think, because everyone keeps thinking Pakal, CJ, Harold, all of these other things, but the reason why people are losing these matchups is because Zenobia and YSS do so much damage. And with that high amount of damage, they're actually going even with kills. So if If you can take away and cut that damage dealt down, I think that in the long run they can't keep up with kills. So you'll just keep they can keep refilling that rally as much as they want, but you'll go 2 to 1. Uh, Not saying that Constantine and Richard are gonna win 1 on 1. What I'm saying is Constantine and Richard are there just to be that debuff. They're the ones that are there to tank it, and then you have like a XY William come in there and just kick the crap out of it, or you have a XY Gupta or a Ramses Nebuchadnezzar. So tell me what you guys think. I know it's nothing great, but I definitely wanted to get off my chest and see what other people thought, because even though I like throwing 75 million troops into the grave, I'm just trying to think of ways to make the meta more equal. But thanks for stopping by. Peace.